Sometimes I get to show a condo here and there, and today I'm in Mission Hills, which is a vast complex in beautiful Rancho Mirage. There are 3 golf courses here and an impressive clubhouse. Now, club membership is separate, which means you can't use the golf courses unless you're part of the club. But just to be inside the guard-gated community of Mission Hills is to step into another world. 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2-car garage plus a 3rd garage for your golf cart, room all over the place, gorgeous western views. Hold on, I'm going to take you inside right now. And this unit is courtesy of my good friend John Harper, KW agent here in the Valley. And as I step in, taking the living room immediately to my right, kitchen, I'm going to go there next, and then your dining area right here. Now, I cannot impress upon you enough the size of this room. We're looking up at maybe 10-foot ceilings, which just gives you this sense of expanse. Beautiful fireplace right there. And then as I come around this way, you get a glimpse of the golf course that you can see out towards the west. But as I promised, I would go in the kitchen first. So let me head over here. And if you'll notice, you've got this corner seam. So in this roof, there's a lot of steel. There's no way there isn't steel or glue lambs that's supporting that corner, which is just spectacular, the way you get to look out in this unobstructed view of this sand trap. Now, I'm not a golfer. I'm sure there are golfers watching this, but I can't imagine the hours you get to spend watching people try and get out of that. So kitchen is maybe updated some time ago. Very serviceable. You've got a nice gas range here, nice cupboards, a refrigerator, and then this peninsula that keeps you engaged with your dining room area right there. I'm going to point out a couple things. Clearly, at some point you might want to upgrade these countertops. You could certainly use them as they are. And if you did at the time, I would go ahead and replace a double basin sink with a single basin sink. It's just easier, washing that big turkey roaster, kitchen pots and pans, that sort of thing. And then you've got some nice cupboard space above here, and then more going on over on this side, plus your pantry here for storage of food and whatnot. And let me tell you, in the event you were to eventually redo this kitchen, there's not much you're going to rearrange. You're going to keep the kitchen sink there. You're going to keep the stove over on the other side. Your refrigerator is going to stay here. So from a remodel standpoint, this becomes very economical. What gets expensive is when you're trying to relocate plumbing, if you're trying to remove a wall, open a space up. There's really no reason to open this up more. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could open it up into the living room. You'd lose a little bit of space by, say, moving the refrigerator from that side of the room over to that side of the room, but you don't gain a whole lot. In this way, your living room sort of serves as this formal space. I'm going to come over here. We'll cut right through between the couches here. You got a nice wet bar on this side, and then this beautiful patio. I didn't unlock these before I started. Let me see if I can undo it very quickly. There it goes. Holy moly. There is a beautiful, calm breeze right now. We're about 90 degrees out, maybe 92. Just love it when the weather is like this. You've got no one right behind you that's going to be watching you out on your patio. And just this wide open green space. I mean, you are in nature when you're out here. We'll come around. I'd say this patio is probably, well, I don't know, 16 by 16 if I had to guess. And then over here, could easily have a barbecue off to the side here. And you'll notice that in this case, these folks have expanded their patio. That's always something you can go to the HOA and say, hey, is that an option for me? I don't know if there's a cost involved in acquiring land. These folks have done the same thing. That's if you wanted a much bigger patio. Frankly, this is ample size for me, but I don't know what your entertaining is like. So I'll go back in, and from here, you'll notice that door over there. That leads off to the bedrooms. I'm going to head down there in just a moment. As soon as I kind of pan around this way, that clearly is the front door. That's the door I came in. And I'm telling you, if you had 24 people here for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, you could easily expand that table. You'd still have plenty of room to move around for seating and whatnot. And at that time of year, open the sliders, be outside, enjoy that beautiful winter light. So I'm going to come down this way, and you'll notice there is a door here. So for privacy, if you wanted to have this closed when you were entertaining, that's great. As I come down the hall, straight ahead is laundry. I'll show you that in a moment. On my right is your first bedroom. I'll step in. Notice this looks out to the area that you come in down the sort of passageway there. This is a decent sized room. It's not enormous. Certainly as a home office or as a guest room, you're doing fine. Notice that there's no popcorn on the ceilings. They've got a center light so that you can have this fan. Fans typically stay in a sail because they're attached to the property. Closet. And this room is carpeted, whereas the hall, the living room area, that's all tiled. It's very neutral, sort of a bisque color tile. And then, as was typical in this era, it transitions to carpet. So that's carpeting in this bedroom. I believe the other two bedrooms are that way as well. So as I come down the hall here, open this up, bifold doors, get a nice washer and dryer set up in here. Some storage above, so they've got an extra air filter. Obviously, you'd have laundry supplies and whatnot. And with a side-by-side machine, you have space to add a bar overhead, so as you're pulling stuff out, and they got to hang up very quickly, you can do that. Coming around this way, I'm going to come to my second bedroom, which is straight ahead. I have some storage here in the hall. And then to my left is the primary suite, and on the right is what you would call the family bath. So in this case, you have two doors. That way, if someone is using the bedroom that we came from this way, around the corner, they get to have access. And then for someone that's in here, you can actually use it as a suite by closing the hall door, and then they have some privacy. So that works out really nicely. And, you know, let's face it, it's not often that you have more than one set of house guests staying in one room at a time. Of course, grandchildren or children, nieces and nephews, that sort of thing. They may, but it's not as common. This is a queen size bed, and you do have two nightstands. So there is space, and then you have your closet there. I'll pan up so you can see they also have installed a fan in this room. That's really nice. And then very tasteful shower in here. It actually looks like it might be the original, perfectly serviceable. You do have a curb there, and then this will, unlike modern day where you have the frameless shower set up, this does have a frame. You know, at some point, a simple redo in here, 20, 25 grand, would do wonders. Again, you're not going to rearrange the fixtures, and that's where the real cost comes in. Same tiling as in the hallway, probably the original builder's tile, and then this floor in here is carpet. So I'm going to step back out into the hall. Now I'm turning right, so that leads off to our living room, just to keep your bearings going here. Come around that way, that's the living room, that's that first bedroom that we saw. My laundry on the right, and then I come down this way into the primary suite. And carpeting on the floor, big, generous room. I'm going to come over this way. You're looking out these windows towards that private walkway that leads to your unit and the unit next door. Come around into the corner here, giant room. This feels very spacious. And so for those of you that need 3 bedrooms, so you'll have beds or guests in the other rooms, this would enable you to put in a sofa, a TV, a desk maybe, some space over here. And then I'll come around this way and you'll catch a glimpse of, that's all mirrored closets. So this entire wall are mirrored closets. You get to see in there. I'll see if I can stick my head in here. Hopefully the camera adjusts. You get to see this. Now, what's super interesting is 5 years ago when I was thinking of buying a condo, I ultimately decided on the one that I have now. I looked at this style layout, and in the home that I was considering, they had actually put a door to the garage through that closet. So on the other side of this wall, there's no direct access to the garage. We'll go outside and see that in just a moment. But I thought that was kind of a clever way of having interior access. So I'm spinning you around here just to show you that that's the door we came into the bedroom. Here's the bathroom, and this is part of the owner's suite. So wide double vanity, nice tub at the end of the room here. I'm going to show you the floor is the same as what's in the hallway. And then behind this door that I just came in, we find the shower and the commode. So that's here. Big shower, again, original, very likely. Original cabinetry in here. And in fact, in looking at this cabinetry, I am convinced that the cabinetry in the kitchen has been replaced since the home was built. But everything is in place. If you were going to redo this bathroom, you'd certainly just put your tub at that end. No reason not to. Your space for the double vanity, and then your shower and water closet in here. The only thing you might consider doing is actually putting a shower in here, get rid of a tub completely, and then just turn this into a water closet. And maybe, in fact, with some extra cabinetry or something in there, if you felt like you were shy on space, you can put a closet on that side. That is the entire interior. I'll walk back up front, and then I'm going to step out the front door, and I'm going to take you over to the garage just because, I don't know, I'm always a garage fiend. I want to see what it looks like. I want to know that my cars would fit in it. And in this case, as I mentioned, you have a 2-car garage plus your golf cart garage. So as I step out the front door, here's the pathway that leads from the street. That's that way. By the way, they're repaving Augusta. So once that's done, you'll be able to come on a nice smooth road. So 77 Augusta is the address within Mission Hills here. And let's see if I can get the door to open. There we go. And so right there is your small little garage door for your golf cart. And then here's where you would put your 2 cars. And nice. So this wall here is on the other side of the closet to the owner's suite. Now, it may not be something you'd want to do. I just thought it was a very curious solution to have interior access. So this garage has some cabinetry at the back. Again, anything that is attached to the home would be considered something to go with it. So you wouldn't actually have to specify that. And then here, they've got an epoxy finish on the floor. Those always dress up a garage. Now, I'm noticing here that this is locked. Here's what a lot of people do. If you, say you don't have a golf cart, and say you want to do this as a vacation rental. And by vacation rental, I mean something that's at least 28 days consecutively, no short-term rental. But an owner will use this small garage as a place to store all of the things that they have that's personal to the property and that they don't want a renter to have access to. I think that's kind of brilliant. You know, you may not have a golf cart, but gee, that's a lot of solid, safe storage. And these might be garments that you like to wear that you don't want to have to take home to wherever home is every year. Personal items, you know, Nintendo games or things that you don't want to share with a prospective renter. And that's about it. I will take you inside one more time. That concludes my tour of 77 Augusta in beautiful Mission Hills, located in Rancho Mirage, California. If you'd like to see this house or any of the houses I've toured, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll close by saying thank you again to my good friend John Harper with Keller Williams for letting me show you this home. And until my next video, take care.